I see people get incredibly upset and worried when they find themselves spiraling into negative thoughts or feelings of lack. This fear actually intensifies the moment you become familiar with the concept of manifestation. I used to worry about this myself. I thought that thinking a negative thought would instantly manifest it or completely cancel out all the positive assumptions I had built up. Since then, I've heard the exact same fear echoed by so many others. The good news is, this is a completely irrational fear. There is a small caveat though. It only becomes harmful if you refuse to deal with it. But on its own, a single negative thought is harmless. Think of it like a regular house ant. A single ant can bite you, but it barely hurts. You brush it off and move on. But if 100 ants climbed on you at once, that can become life threatening. It is the collective load of negative thoughts, the uninterrupted momentum, that hinders your manifestation or creates a negative reflection. By default, a negative thought is far less powerful than a conscious positive assumption. As long as you keep breaking the cycle of negative thinking, you are completely safe. But just breaking the cycle isn't quite enough. You have to take that newly created opening and stick with a better assumption for as long as you can. If you think a negative thought 5 times a day and then break it with one powerful positive assumption, you have neutralized the momentum. But if you let those 5 thoughts run unchecked, they can easily become 50 or 500 over time. That is when it becomes a considerable problem. This doesn't mean you should panic, and it doesn't mean you have to violently flip from deep sadness into fake euphoria. True positive thinking doesn't require emotional gymnastics, just a stable grounding into the present moment or a few minutes of focused, deliberate affirmations is more than enough to move you way past the danger zone. This is exactly why robotic affirmations is such a massive tool in the manifestation community. They don't require you to feel good. They simply force you to focus back on your desire, reprogram your subconscious, and mechanically counter the negative momentum all at the same time. Ultimately, it comes down to knowing the end state. If you can pause mid spiral, clear your head, and remind yourself that your desire is already a 4D fact, you have taken the ultimate step against wavering, because that is the final goal, to simply occupy the end state.